This week on Nathan and Landon Do Business, it's time for a comeback. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to Nathan and Landon Do Business. I, as always, am Landon, and with me is utility infielder Nathan.
My name is Nathan, and I am a baseballer.
Tell me, what does it take to be a baseballer these days, Nathan? I've been out of the game for a long time.
Lots of performance enhancing drugs.
Ah, yes, of course. Vitamins, minerals,
Yeah,
the roids.
you know,
How's the back knee treating you?
it's unfortunate, but it's the price you pay to play the game the way at the level that I do. So
Yeah, at every single infielder position.
yeah,
It's important. Yeah. So you might notice my voice probably sounds like 80% cooler than it normally does. That's
I was
because
gonna
I'm
say,
coming. Yeah, I know. I didn't take up smoking yet, but I'm getting over my second dance with sweet lady COVID. So if I seem a bit more loopy than usual, it's because my nerves are damaged by COVID, and that's why. So I apologize in advance.
I think the coolness of your voice makes up for it, though. So
I think I'm going to take up smoking just to see what it does for my next bout with COVID. I've only heard good things about doing those two things together. So
yeah, for sure.
here we go. Yeah, Nathan, I got a question for you. What is a story that Hollywood loves more than any other story? What's one of the top three or four story? Any story?
Sex scandals.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes,
They love those.
they do. Yeah. All right.
Hero's
Second
journey.
favorite, Hero's Journey. That's another good one. Give me a third guess.
I'm gonna say comeback story.
Yes. They love an underdog story. And if there's a sex scandal thrown in there or a heroic journey, they'll absolutely eat it up. They'll gobble it up. And that's what I'm banking on here for us today, Nathan, that we can find a business or industry that's been obsolete for a long time and we can bring it back and we can make money off of it. So, because here, hear me out. This is what I've been seeing in the news lately. Have you seen that movie Tetris that came out?
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, same
Tetris.
thing. Tetris, yeah.
Yeah,
It's this video game I'm led to believe about these blocks that lock together and then they vanish over time. Huge hit.
sounds communist.
Exceptionally communist. It's the most anti-capitalist game ever. But it's an underdog story. It's a very simple game. This guy was in Russia. The KGB apparently was out to get him, but he made it and was very successful. I think it's time for you and I to make our own Tetris-like story where we take something that maybe is an underdog and make it successful, make a huge amount of money, then sell the film rights to it.
That sounds like a solid business plan right there.
I agree. Yeah,
There's
it's
plenty
only
of
been
obsolete industries out there. I mean, people that shoe horses,
exactly. Yeah.
deliver ice.
Oh my God. That was one that I considered putting in here. So I'm going to open up a notebook thing for, okay, obsolete industries. So let me show you what I got so far. And then we can add to the list because I have a feeling this is going to be a very fruitful area of a discussion for all of us. And for those of you who think we left something out, tell us in the comments.
Smash that like button.
That's my comments. Ew, gross. Okay. It's comeback time, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I misspelled baby. All right. Are you ready for industry number one?
Absolutely.
Payphones. So this is one. They're everywhere. They're a blight on our civilization, on every street corner and every crack laden neighborhood in America. They're everywhere. But I decided to put in a few ideas of what we can do for with payphones. So just some high level business ideas. No bad ideas. You're just kicking some things around. So like, what if we somehow acquired all the payphones in America and we're able to reroute them to go to one specific place, like President or Batman?
I think Ma Bell would be ready to part with those at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, how cool would it be if every single payphone you could pick it up and talk to Joey Biden?
Or talk to us.
Yes. Or Jesus. It'd be like a new prayer vehicle.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. So hang on, let me put this in here. Oh, yeah. Another way we can thing we can do is we can turn the phones into weapons and create a deadly combat tournament in the booth, in the phone booth. That'd be fun.
So like one phone booth a day explodes on someone.
Yeah. Or we just like cut the phones off of the phone booths and like tie two together into like some kind of phone nunchuck.
Nice.
That could be neat. And here's another example of the laziness of my thinking this week. What if we use them for some to be determined crime we can brainstorm later?
I assume that all payphones these days are being used for crimes. Like, why else would someone be using a payphone? Just like
Exactly.
the dirtiest phone available. They're like, that's the one for me.
No, I really need to get hepatitis C and fast. I'm going
Yeah.
to a payphone. I'm shocked that cops just aren't trolling payphones and arresting people who use them immediately.
Yeah. It's pretty
You,
suspicious behavior.
you sir are clearly up to no good.
Yeah.
This is my first opportunity, payphones.
Do you think they
I'm
still
just,
take quarters? Like, do you have to put in like 19 quarters to make that thing work? Because it's got to be more than 25 cents these days, right?
yeah, it has to be one of those, no, one of them Sacagawea dollars, something like that, or a few of those in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be more than just a quarter. Otherwise, that'd be the bargain of the century.
Yeah.
I would throw away my cell phone and use just payphones if that was the case. Can you imagine? Yeah, quarter
And
a call.
you could maybe use that the wet, disgusting phone book hanging off it as a bludgeoning weapon of some sort. So
Yeah, the combat tournament to me seems like the most promising of ideas. The payphone combat league. There's a lot of money to be made there. Um, but let's not beat this payphone horse to death. I'm gonna write this down first. Phone book weapon.
two payphones enter, one payphone leaves.
Well, it's like a battle bots, but it's like we animatronic payphone. Can you imagine that? Oh, okay. Let's come back to this. Let's go to the next one real quick though. Encyclopedias. So sure, we all seen them. They're useless though because Wikipedia exists and there's all kinds of people out there updating Wikipedia, vandalizing Wikipedia. But I think there's still some use for encyclopedias. Like for example, we could stand out of right wing rallies and sell them to book burners. That could be cool.
They do tend to be anti-knowledge in general, so
Exactly.
you wouldn't even have to try to trick them and be like, "Oh, this is like some sort of woke encyclopedia." You can just be like, "This is a compendium of human knowledge," and they will burn it fast.
Exactly. This is the W edition. There's witchcraft in here. Ah, devil. Yeah. This seems like a really promising idea for us. We can really horn in on that that really strong book burning market right now.
Yeah,
Someone's got to. Might as well be us. Or what if, again, we develop a deadly book bookapult and use old encyclopedias for ammunition? Yeah.
I imagine it's got to be pretty easy to get a set of encyclopedias cheap these days because, like, I mean, they're immediately out of date as soon as they're printed. So why would
Exactly.
anyone buy them?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have the residual guilt of gun ownership, you have having to buy a safe. You can just have a book of bookapult and protect your family that way. Yeah, look
I
out! It's the that letter G with old Germany with East and West in it, coming
yeah,
directly at your dome.
I think my grandparents had like 2 to 3 sets of encyclopedias in their house to the end.
Really?
From like the 70s, I assume. So all sorts of fun things to learn from those.
Oh yeah, nothing problematic or troubling in those at all.
No.
Yeah. So we can burn them. We can use them to hurt people. Again, in this one, I'm going straight to crimes in these ideas. That's how lazy I am in this one. And I've already forgotten what my third thing was. Oh yeah, oops, all typos edition, which every single word is misspelled. Every single one could be a limited edition. Like those old baseball cards where like the wrong player's name is on it or one player
Yeah.
is like giving the bird or something like that. What if every single one is a limited edition misspelled encyclopedia? They're all rare.
I feel like there was a small window where people were discarding encyclopedias, but they didn't have the internet yet. And so you used to
Mhm.
have like the CD with like an electronic version of encyclopedia on it.
Yeah, I had that.
And Carta, was that the one?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think we need to bring those guys back,
I'm
see
gonna
what
write
they've
that
been
down.
up to.
Yeah, whoops. I'm gonna write this down on my notes. Bring back Encarta. Throwing stars
Possibly.
could also be fun. Yeah. So this is my idea for encyclopedias. And going into my standard rule of three, I have a third thing now that we can think about in our business ideas. The telegraph. So yeah, it's been out of style for a while.
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought of this because I think we mentioned telegraphs in one of our previous episodes, and just the
Yeah,
idea of saying stop after every sentence just delighted me to no end.
I do love
So
that. Yeah.
yeah. So I thought it'd be interesting to use our newly formed Ultra PAC, which now is flush with cash,
Yeah.
to lobby the powers that be to outlaw email, and then we just play the waiting game. It's like once email's outlawed, they'll have no place else to go. They'll have to use the telegraph.
Yeah. Morse code is pretty obsolete. I don't think anybody really is fluent in the Morse code anymore. But if we could get the kids on board with learning Morse code, they could use that to like send secret messages to each other without their teachers knowing what's going on. Just this like series of
So here we go. Well, that's coming up next. So the third one goes right back to your idea. So the other thing I thought of was we could just like convince YouTube to replace the comments with telegraphs that are sent directly to the creator. But the third one is like send a telegraph to every boy in America telling him he's a wizard and he must come to Hogwarts. Actually, I must have deleted my other one. I thought it might be interesting to say the only way to like use profanity would be by telegraph. We'd like legislate that. And then every teen boy in America would learn Morse code just to
yeah.
annoy their friends and neighbors. And I just blew through this one super fast. But what do you think about these two?
I think using modern technology for Morse code revival is a good idea.
I think so too. You know how much young people love learning things and expanding their knowledge. They love it. If there's profanity involved, of course.
Yeah.
How great would it be though? If every single boy in America got a telegraph saying that he was a wizard. It's old timey enough that you might think is real.
Yeah, it saves us a lot of money on owls too. So
Completely. And PETA would be all over us if we
yeah,
commandeered those owls.
yeah, it's no good.
No good at all. Yeah. So those are my three ideas that I had. I've already forgotten them. Oh yeah, payphones, encyclopedias, and telegraphs. But you brought up ice delivery, which I think that one is on the tip of my tongue too. Do we want to think about that one at all?
That one's going to be tough to sell because I mean, ice is pretty ubiquitous these days. I do
Well,
think it is
now
legitimately good to have a milkman again to bring that back.
that's true. How else are you going to have illegitimate children throughout the U.S. if
Yeah,
milkmen aren't around?
yeah,
Handsome milkmen.
with the birth rate being down and whatnot, our
Yes.
fleet of milkmen will take care of that problem.
Yes. So, so I'm going to write this down. I'm going to say milkmen, professional cuckolders.
Yeah.
There we go. And my notes documents telling me I've misspelled cuckolders, which is exceptionally embarrassing. Oh, dear Lord. Repopulate Earth. Bring appreciation for milk.
So my wife and children have been getting into the raw milk these days.
Ooh, how's that?
I'm not a big milk guy, so
Yeah.
it just tastes like whole milk to me. But they swear by it. But
Huh.
it's like extremely expensive, and you have to go to like one particular place to buy it and like wait in line, and it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking lately, I was like, if we had a milkman, I could avoid this whole rigmarole.
I like that. You can bring it directly to your door. It'd still be expensive, but the milkman could save you some time in line waiting.
It's legit 4 times more expensive than regular milk.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm. I wonder why that is. Like, is something special happened to the cow while it's happening? Like,
they massage it or something. I don't know.
They
It's
see like
infuriating, is all I know. So,
they see like a stand-up comedy show 3 times a week, and it's like, look, someone's gonna pay for that. Like
yeah.
cows that are amused make better milk, so just deal with it.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like they're doing less to the milk, so I don't know why it'd be more expensive. So,
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe it's all marketing or something like that. Maybe we need to get on that racket. Is there
I assume it's bribery. They're using it to pay off government officials to look the other way on their shady milk practices. So,
oh, you might be right. You can't do that. It hasn't been pasteurized. Hey. Shh, 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 shh.
Pastor who? Who is this Louis Pasteur you keep talking about?
Pass to this. Puts a big sweaty wad of cash and milk caps in his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. So what do you think? I like the idea of doing a milkman brainstorming session for our next business initiative. Anything else pop to mind? I kind of like the idea of either a phone, some kind of battle arena, even though we've already done the Grandpa Thunderdome. Maybe we bypass that one.
We've famously done Grandpa Thunderdome.
I laugh every time I think about it.
I do have people ask me if we've heard back from Geo about that Grandpa Thunderdome.
We haven't heard back from anybody.
I know those people are just missing out on so many business opportunities here.
I checked every day last week to see if Mel Gibson's people wrote us back.
You mean
They
Smell Gibson?
we should go vandalize his Wikipedia page right now. He's not Mel anymore. He's Smell.
Yeah.
I check every day. Nothing. Not a peep from Smell. It's missing out on the financial opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah. These people.
Oh, by the way, just out of curiosity, I took a bunch of my writings about Smelver and all we worked on together, and I put into Chat GPT, and I asked Chat GPT if it was a viable business enterprise, and it said yes. So
Absolutely.
anytime you think the Chat GPT is coming for people, just remember that. It took all of our insane ramblings and it was like, yeah, run with it. This is great. You'll make millions.
If the computers are on board, I don't see why Smell Gibson won't return our email.
I'm going to send them that Chat GPT transcript and be like, hey, listen, dum dum. This is the wave of the future.
We have independent verification from AI that this will work.
Exactly. This is your way back to the top. You want to be at the Independent Spirit Awards? Do this. You'll be a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think, Nathan? What's it going to be for next week? Milkmen?
Um, I think we need to take down Big Milk. So Big Dairy.
Oh, yeah. Let's write. I'm going to write that down. Take down Big Dairy. We're not talking about someone whose name is Daryl and we call him Dairy for short. This
Yeah.
is dairy, like the dairy industry. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
could
mean,
get
what
all
are we?
the lactose intolerant behind us and take down the entire industry.
Yes.
All these sickos pushing lactose on everyone.
Yeah. That's a really good point. I feel like you and I have been really positive the last few months. We've been trying to revitalize ailing industries. Maybe it's time we destroy one.
Yeah. those those dairy farmers are getting too big for their britches.
Oh yeah. That's just the worst. You drive by a dairy farm and you say, "Oh man, what's that smell?" The dairy farmer's like, "That smell. That smell is money." No, that smell is horrible.
Yeah.
It is awful. It needs to be gone. Let's take out big dairy. Here, here's
Yeah,
the
they'd
problem.
like to imply that the smell is coming from the cows, but I think we could prove that it's coming from them themselves.
Exactly. The overalls.
Yeah.
This is my fear, though, Nathan. So, anytime you take down an evil tyrant, an inevitable power vacuum ensues, which may lead to more chaos. So, are there any other bad actors in the space that might try to horn in on that racket, like those creepy almond milk people?
I was just gonna say that. We gotta watch our backs for that almond milk racket coming after us. So,
For the almond growers. I mean, step one is just a preemptive strike on all the almond orchards of America. We just burn them all down.
yeah.
That's phase one. They won't know what hit them.
We can engineer some sort of almond blight that kills off all their do almonds grow on trees, I assume?
Yeah,
Bushes.
trees. Yeah, or some kind of mythical creature just kind of leaves them behind if you recite an incantation. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you leave your teeth out and leave almond, do they leave almonds? No, that's coins, not almonds. Yeah. No, so yeah, well, we can do a blight. I think it's trees though. It is trees. It's trees, trees. I'm 90% sure it's trees.
We'll say trees. Final answer.
Exactly. I mean, also, how concerned are we with the oat milk?
I don't trust those people any further
Yeah,
than I could throw them.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I've seen oats. There's no liquid in oats.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
I don't buy that for a second.
Yeah, it's yeah, I'm not super worried about them. It's not even real milk. It's just oat water, I have to assume.
Yeah, they're like soaking the oats in water and drinking the runoff.
Ooh.
Those freaks can just keep that to themselves. So
Yeah. 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 We can put them to the side. So we're gonna do we'll think of a preemptive strike on almond milk.
yeah, the
Any other
soy
milks?
industry is dangerous.
Yeah, the soy milk is exceptionally dangerous. I've never had soy milk. Have you experienced soy milk?
I've intentionally avoided it, so it
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what it tastes like.
tastes like
Let's
sadness.
sadness. Yeah. Maybe we can just kill the soy milk lobby preemptively through advertising, just to remind people how bad it is.
Yeah, we're back to helping milk though. At that point,
That's true. Dang it.
because the easy answer is like, hey, having that big old glass of soy milk. Remember what actual milk tastes like? It's way better.
If you could have it, except Nathan and Landon have outlawed it. Oh, oh, what? So, like, remember in Fahrenheit 451 when firemen aren't people that put out fires, they're people who actually like burn books in places?
Yeah,
What if that's what milkmen become in our dystopian future?
that's utopian right there.
Just milk destroyers of
Yeah,
all kinds. Oh man, this that took a dark turn.
there are milkmen Gestapo that raid people's houses and destroy all the milk.
Like jackboots and helmets, all white.
And our slogan is a bunch of burly men with no milk mustaches, and it says "not milk."
Yes. Oh my goodness. This is terrifying. I got a chill right there, Nathan. How about you?
I'm very excited to just wage war on the concept of milk.
Don't tell your wife about this one. I don't want to hurt her
No,
feelings about the raw milk.
no, my son will be devastated because he loves it. So,
Really.
but that's the price you got to pay sometimes.
So next time he sits down at the breakfast table for a big, cool, tall glass of milk, just look at him and just as he takes a sip, be like, "Yeah, enjoy that." It's probably the last one.
Yeah, do that while it lasts. Going to be pouring water on your Cheerios pretty soon.
Some dude in like this crisp white suit just kicks in your front door and with a white billy club just smashes the glass out of his
Yeah,
hand. And as soon as he's gone immediately.
yeah.
And then he tips his head, ma'am. And then he's out.
I'll be back later.
The workforce isn't going to repopulate itself.
Yeah, we got to
Oh,
keep the wheels of capitalism turn on the blood of the oppressed. So
the wheels of capitalism turn from or move from spilled milk.
yeah,
We don't cry over it. We make profit off of it.
you'll be crying over the spilled milk this time.
Commies. Oh man. Yeah, this could be like a political movement too. We could run for president based off of this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We've already gone to world domination.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see how we're going to make money off it exactly, but
Well,
We'll work
we,
that out.
we we can work that out later. I just see this as a vehicle for us inflicting our spite on the world in general,
Yeah,
which seems to be a theme for a lot of our episodes these days.
a little bit.
Money has become ancillary.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes it doesn't have to be about money. It can be about the passion, Nathan. This can just be about, what making a difference in the world.
yeah. Sometimes you got to take a stand, not worry so much about the money. That let the chips fall where they may. We need to show the world what's right.
We got to do the right thing. An outlaw beverage, carte
Yeah,
blanche, all kinds of that beverage, be it dairy, oat, almond, or soy.
I'm sure we can get some congressers on board. Some crazy bills to pass about outlawing milk. So
Oh yeah, completely. We can get them all fired up about this.
there's some senators and actually governors come to mind as being the ideal target for that.
Oh yeah, like if we just say that like drinking milk is one step away from having a man dressed like a lady reading a story to your kid.
Yeah,
Boom, that's it. That
yeah.
is the
There's
tipping point.
some low hanging fruit on certain states. So,
Exactly. All we got to do is just utter some keywords and phrases, and we're in like Flint.
well, they already believe that like soy milk is going to feminize our boys or something. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's yeah. We're not too far off to tricking the rest of those rubes into joining our ridiculous crusade.
yeah,
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's make Milkman great again.
exactly.
The milkman, once downtrodden, once ashamed, can now lift his head in pride and knowing he's making a difference in outlawing milk. It's like he become like the Anakin Skywalker. Instead of bringing balance to the Force, he's going to destroy the Jedi. This is gonna be great.
Yeah,
Oh,
our campaign, make milkman great again.
yeah, we can get Hanson.
Yeah,
Ga, ga, ga,
yeah,
ga. They were like what, 60 now? That's right. They look
something
great,
like
I
that.
bet.
Yeah,
They look amazing. All right. I feel great about this, Nathan. I'm going to work this week on the uniform and maybe some kind of code of conduct for the milkmen. And maybe some kind of recruiting strategy. We could look target angry loners, people on the fringe of society,
yeah.
looking to feel big about themselves.
There's plenty of those around.
Oh yeah, straight to the Fox News comment section. Yeah,
Anyone who's been expelled from the police force for using excessive force or violence,
exactly.
that's our man right there.
Yeah, how would you like to be legally allowed to use violence and excessive force on a beverage?
Yeah, we'll
Count me
jump at
in.
that chance.
Completely. Well, I'm going to get to work on this. I can't wait to show you my great ideas. I don't even care if we make money on this. This one's going to be a freebie. This is a gimme.
Yeah, this one's for the principle of the thing. So
Yes. Perfect. All right. Well,
we're
as,
doing
as
this one
we
pro bono, except ironically, calcium does help your bones, so it's also anti bono.
That's
That was I
true.
don't know where I'm going with that.
That was great. That was the best joke that was told in the last 30 minutes.
That was something.
That was very good. Oh, okay. Well, I think we got a good foundation here. As we're wrapping up here, Nathan, any other jokes to add or any other ideas or any other suggestions as we put our noses to the grindstone and mga.
Yeah, I think we need another ender. Make Milkman mad again.
Ma.
Ma. It sounds like a cow too. It says ma.
Make milk illegal again. Yeah. I mean, that assumes that milk was illegal in the first place, that at some point there was some kind of milk prohibition.
Yeah, I assume there was,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to
Oh,
research it. So
no. I mean, we can also tell like an alternative version of history where the prohibition of the last century was actually against milk and not alcohol.
the White Russian, they got confused. So
All those Dick Tracy comics wasn't about booze. When he said hooch, he meant milk.
yeah,
Dick Tracy using his Tommy gun to shoot up barrels and barrels of milk. Uh, no, yeah, this, yeah. So we can do make milk illegal. Yeah, we can brainstorm a few acronyms there.
yeah.
Yeah, easy work, easy. I'm gonna write that down. Brainstorm funny acronyms. This is great. I, uh, I like the idea of moving away just from strictly a money making idea to just inflicting our spite and our malice on the greater populace.
Yeah. We're doing this one for the love of the game, for the love of our spiteful, vengeful game.
Yes. Perfect. All right, Nathan. Well, I'm going to get to work on this. So, people out there, people of Earth, if you have anything, if you'd like to stop us, if you want to stop our anti-milk crusade, you can try. Write
Yeah,
us.
good luck.
Write us at Nathan and Landon Do Business because Mel Gibson hasn't written us yet, and we're dying for someone to write to that email address. So, yeah, if enough people beg us to not destroy milk, we're still going to destroy milk, but maybe we'll include you in the liner notes of our greatest hits album when we eventually destroy milk.
Yeah. You can subscribe to our Patreon of milk destruction.
Exactly. Yeah. For those of you who subscribe to our Patreon, you can request which kind of milk we destroy next. Yeah. All right. Well, Nathan, thank you as always. This has been a real delight.
I think we did some good work here.
I think so too. I think we're going to do something truly horrible and unspeakable next week, and I for one can't wait to see it.
We've identified history's greatest villains, the dairy industry.
Yeah. 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 Clearly. Yeah. All right. So as always, smash the like button, tell us a comment, whisper a secret into your computer monitor. And I have been Landon.
I continue to be Nathan.
And watch your back, milkman, because we're coming for you.